Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be back again on social media to share with you once more, which is part of my commitment that I would be on social media every day because I've been challenged to do that by someone who's mentoring me. But today I have another question to ask, and that question is, if someone were to say to you, why are you afraid to do the presentation? Or why are you afraid of taking the next step, of going for that promotion, doing that interview? Just be you, be yourself. Would you even know what that means? Because do you know who you are? Do you even know yourself? My name is Diana Alexander, and I just recently retired from a 32-year career in public service where I worked for an organization that had a $10 billion budget, over 25,000 employees, and I ended my career as assistant CEO. Now, I say all of that so you understand what it is, why I feel like I have something to offer. I ended a career where I felt so blessed. I experienced many, many, many promotions, and I got to do such a variety of things, but a lot of that really involved developing individuals so that they could achieve their personal and professional goals, so that they could do the work, so I could surround myself with those smart people and we could get the work done together. Now I am launching an LLC where I will be consulting, coaching, mentoring, speaking at events, all of that around this idea of leadership and how to be able to really go for the career that you want to have and then excel in that career. So tonight's question came because I received a phone call from a former employee who I haven't supervised for years. And she told me, she said, Diana, I had to do a presentation. And the presentation she had to do wasn't like just get up and speak and people applaud and then you go sit down. It was a presentation where people would be a room full of people who were not only just listening, but they were assessing what she was going to say. They were comparing it to a presentation she had done in the past to see if she showed any growth in the organization that she was overseeing. They were listening to see if there were things they wanted to challenge or things they needed to advise her to do differently in the future. And this group sometimes would be rah-rah and other times, ooh, not so rah-rah. So when she was preparing for the presentation and was heading to do the presentation, she said all she could hear in her voice was me, or in her head was my voice saying, just be yourself. Just be yourself and everything will work out fine. And so that's what she did. And at the end of that presentation, when she asked any questions, the room was quiet. And when people began to raise their hands, it was to tell her what an awesome job she was doing, how much they appreciated what she presented, how much they liked the way she presented it, because she came as her authentic self, because over time she had learned who she was and she knew how to present through who she was. I was so excited for a couple of reasons. One, that she was herself. Two, that the presentation came off without a hitch. And three, that she honored me by calling me and letting me know that the things that I had poured into her over the years of supervising her were still resonating in her head, that she heard my voice. That was such an honor for me to know that the things I taught were still lessons that were blessing and benefiting her years later. So I thought about it and I wondered how many people would have known what to do if I said to them, just be yourself. Because I have worked with folks who said, I'm not sure what that means, Diana. I don't know who I am. Some people have imposter syndrome where they feel like I've just been faking it. Or some people feel like I've just been told what to do and I've done that. I've never really stopped to figure out, who am I? What do I really like? What do I really want? I have a degree and I'm not using that degree in the field that I'm in. It was just an entering wedge. So I really don't know who I am. And in fact, in some ways, I've lost myself over time. I'm not sure who me is. And tonight, what I would say to you is that If you're not sure who you are, then you can't be authentic in whatever field you're in, whatever career path, whatever it is that you think is going to help you fulfill your life's passion and drive. You got to stop and take a moment and figure out who you are. That's one of the things that I'm offering as a part of my business, is to help people get to know who they are, what really drives them, what really brings them joy, so that if they're not in that arena, maybe they can tweak it so that they can get there, or maybe they need to get into another arena. But whatever it is, getting to know who you are so that you understand your own power, your own influence, your own abilities, and your lack of ability, so you can do what you need to do to fill in those gaps. That is vital. It's vital for everyone. And I'm excited because I have a sense of who I am. I pretty much know who I am, what I bring to the table. And I know it from a heart level, not from a vanity level. And you too can know it from a heart level. So if you're interested in learning more about who you are so that you can bring authenticity to everything you do, then I would ask that you reach out. Let me mention that on September 9th, which is a Tuesday, at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing or holding a free online masterclass. The name of the class is The Top 5 Mistakes That Women in Business Make. And by business, I mean in your career, your professional career, your leadership position, whatever. But the top 5 mistakes that women in business make when they're trying to move up the ranks. And one of those mistakes is not knowing who you are, not being able to just be yourself because you're not sure who yourself is. So I invite you, if you're interested, to join me. Again, it's September 9th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be a free master class. I'll be kicking off a series of master classes and then an event. But that master class will be online. Soon I will give you the link for Zoom. So if you want to join and have some fun and share some thoughts, I would love for you to join me. In the meantime, think about that question about being yourself and begin to have some self-reflection so that you can discover who you are. And until next time, it's Diana Alexander, and I'm out.